All right. Hello, everyone. How are you? It's Kay. So this is the 3rd of July, 2022 on Sunday. So I will share my view about the markets, including Forex and gold, WTI, and index for this week. So this week we have big news, many big news. So always before you take a trade, make sure that there is no big news. If there is, then stay away and come back after the news is my advice. Yes, and also I will cover the Bitcoin. Also, the cryptocurrency Bitcoin. Okay, so since we have lots of topics, lots of markets to cover, let me get into topics right away. So let me switch the screen. Okay, and as a quick disclaimer today, as usual, the contents in my YouTube channel is basically based on my own experience knowledge. So when you take trades, please do at your own risks. And also this is live, so if you can please follow the rules and guidelines, that would be great. And also recently, there are so many spams on social media, so please be careful. I have no Telegram, no Instagram, and I don't do Facebook, and I never sent any direct message to anyone in social media, so please be careful. Alright, so let me say hi to everyone quickly and get into the topics right now. Alright, so Kareem, thank you for joining. Dumindag, also good to see you. Thank you for your comment. And I hope you learn continuously in my YouTube channel. And TSM, also good to see you too. Balchandra, good to see you. And Hinata, good to see you too. Babak, thanks for joining also. And Richard, good to see you too. Alright, thank you everyone. Awao and Nassar, Oscar, thank you for joining as well. Great to see you as well. And Mahardika, also good to see you. And Gabby, good to see you too. Thank you for joining. Alright, Anirudhu, good to see you too. And Augustine, Jay, TikTok, and Trong, and Just, thank you for joining. Also good to see you. Alright, and Buddha, Randy, Angel of Death, and Win, Don On, Camillus, and Anne Look, and Just. Thank you for joining everyone. Great to see you. Alright, so now let me switch to the trading view. And I will fit this into the page so that you can see the whole screen here. Okay, so this is the weekend, so I will check the weekly and also the daily chart. And I will start from the Euro USD. All the way down to the Swiss franc JPY, I will first cover these 21 pairs on my watch list. So here we go, Euro USD. What we see here is now is that the weekly is downtrending. In terms of Ichimoku, Kumo Senko span B is down, A is down. Kijun Sen is flat, but the Tenkan Sen is down. Chikou span below candle. So overall, direction is bearish. So, and also you see the market has been resisted by this trend line many times previously. So next week, I mean this week or next week, it may break support is my view, is my analysis. So once it breaks, I'm sure the market goes down sharply down to, let's see, the target is going to be, I guess, all the way down because there is no previous support from the 2002 or 2003. There was some supports, but basically there is no support after the breakout. So if it breaks, we can expect some nice pips downwards. So that's the Euro USD. And as for the daily chart, this is range because in terms of Ichimoku, Kumo's flat, Kijun Sen flat, Chikou span too close, so the market may range continuously, but this week or next week, I expect it to break bearish this way. So once it breaks it, I will come in and look for the sell chance. That's the Euro USD. Okay, so next one is the Euro Pound. Euro Pound weekly is about to break the Kumo. Let me zoom in like this way. And we already saw that there was a Tenkan Kijun Gold Cross Chikou span breakout, and also Kumo twisted already, bullish on the weekly. So if the market breaks the Kumo, we can expect a continuous uptrend. In terms of the daily chart, Kumo is bullish, and Kumo is not too thin. This is thick and long Kumo. That means the market is stably uptrend, and also Chikou span above candles. So as it goes on this way, most likely I think it breaks the resistance level 0.8722, and once it breaks that resistance, that will also be a Kumo breakout. So simply I'm waiting for the break of the resistance on the daily chart. That's why I put the upper row above the resistance. This means after the break, I look for the buy chance. So for me, Euro Pound is bull biased, so I will continuously look for the buying edge. So that's the Euro Pound. Okay, next one is Euro AUD. Euro AUD has retraced all the way back to the Kijun Sen now last week, and this is resisted by the resistance level of 1.5333 level. In terms of the daily, it's bullish. Kumo's up, Kijun Sen up, Tenkan Sen up, and the Chikou span above the candles. So my view is bullish. I think this week, next week, the market breaks the resistance and continuously bullish is my view. So I'm looking for the buying chance on this Euro AUD. And the next one is the Euro JPY. Euro JPY, this one is still above the Tenkan Sen on the weekly. So buyers are still winning the markets on a weekly basis. But on the daily chart, it broke the Tenkan Sen. So weekly above Tenkan Sen, daily below Tenkan Sen. So that means the market is retracing backwards. In the daily time frame, the short-term buyers gave up, but mid to long-term buyers are still dominant. So for me, still this is bullish, but it's safe to wait for the breakout of the resistance, 144.24 to buy. Yeah, so that's why I put the upper row above that resistance level. So yeah, that's what I'm expecting. Once the breakout happens, then I'll come in and look for the buying edge. Yeah. So next one is the Euro CAD. Euro CAD is near support for the last couple of months. Actually, it has been ranging. And in terms of the daily chart, Kumo is still too small. Although Kijun Sen down, Chikou span below candles, Chikou span is too close also. So I'm expecting this range will continue for the next couple of days. It may retrace also. It may retrace back to Kijun Sen Kumo in the daily time frame and continue to range is my view. But for any reasons, this week we have many big news in US and other countries. So the market may break support at any news. If it breaks support, then I follow downtrend. That's why I put down arrow below the support level. So, but if it doesn't break the support, I will continuously stay away. Okay, next one is the Euro Swiss franc. Euro Swiss franc on the weekly is down. Weekly Kumo Senko span, B is down, A is down, Kijun Sen down, Tenkan Sen down, and Chikou span below candles. However, the price is kind of supported by the previous support. Because if you look at this weekly close, was actually above the previous support. So yeah, the market may retrace is my view. And also, if you look at the daily time frame, the Kumo is very thin. And now it's flat, Kijun Sen flat. So I'm expecting the market reverse. this week. And when it reverses, usually I don't take any trades. I prefer to see more stable in continuous downtrend than retracement. So most likely, if this retracement happens, I will stay away. But if it continues to downtrend, I follow. Will be the scenario. So I put the support over here. This is support zone in between these two supports, between 0.9972 and 0.9945. So if the market breaks these levels, I will prepare to sell. Otherwise, it retraces back to Tenkan-sen, Kijun-sen on the weekly or the daily chart. Okay, so now let me move on to the JPY pairs, JPY base pairs. So the first one is the USD JPY. USD JPY is bullish on the weekly because simply because the Kumo is up, Kijun-sen, Tenkan-sen both bullish, and Chikou span above candles. And for the last 2 weeks, we had the doji in the pin bar that there's a long wick towards the resistance level. So this shows that there's a strong resistance around this level of 136.97, or the round number 137. There's a strong resistance. And if you also look at the daily chart, this one is also bullish. Right now, Kumo has been bullish. Kijun-sen is also bullish, and Chikou span still above the candles. So my view is bullish, and I'm expecting the market breaks the resistance and go up furthermore. Again, we have many big news this week in US, so any of these news can move the USD JPY bullish. So yeah, my view is bullish on this one, USD JPY. And next one is USD CAD. USD CAD at a glance is flat in both weekly and daily chart because you see flat Kumo, flat Kijun-sen, and Tenkan-sen, Chikou span too close to the candles on the weekly and also the daily chart. So simply I will stay away from this one and prefer to the other nicely trending pairs. And we never know how long the market continues to be range on this pair. And yeah, make sure you don't predict the future. Always see the market at a glance. And as of now, because this is the only truth, we can't see future. So whenever you see the market trends next time, then you take it to follow it. Right now, it's range, so better to stay away from this pair. Okay, and next one is the USD Swiss franc. This one is range also both on the weekly and the daily chart. The market is marking lower highs and lower lows on the weekly, so this is a bit bearish. And daily chart broke the Kumo, so I think the short-term bias is downtrend. It may break the support and continuously goes down is my view. But since this is Swiss franc, the market might be spiky, especially when you see this kind of spiky range market. The spread becomes wide and lower time frames can be spiky. So overall, I prefer to stay away. Okay, so now let me move on to the pound-based pairs. So pound USD weekly is continuously bearish. In terms of Ichimoku Kumo's down, Kijun-sen is flat. So that means if the market breaks the Tenkan-sen, then it may retrace back to Kijun-sen. But now the price is below the Tenkan-sen on the weekly, and also Chikou span below the candles. So this is bearish to me. The market has been resisted by the Tenkan-sen 3 or 4 times previously. So I think this downtrend will be continuous. And with that in mind, if you also look at the daily chart, this one is near the support. Kumo is pointing down, Senko span A is pointing downwards, but Kijun-sen flat. So the market may retrace Monday, Tuesday. So the better idea is to wait for the break of the support of 1.1935 and prepare to sell. Otherwise, it may retrace back to the daily Kijun Sen. And once the market retrace back to the daily Kijun Sen, what happens on the weekly is that on the weekly will break the Tenkan Sen, and this may be the sign of the continuous retracement back to the weekly Kijun Sen. So yeah, unless the market breaks support, my recommendation is to stay away. Okay, next one is the Pound JPY. Pound JPY has been range on both the weekly and also the daily chart, so there's no directions. But one thing that I wanted to mention today is that if you look at the weekly, maybe daily will be better. If you look at the daily chart, you can see that the market has been supported by the trend line this way. So, and resistances at the same level, or the resistances are also lower and lower. So this is called the P wave in Ichimoku. This is called P wave. So once you see the market breaks a P wave, it may break the resistance. But unless you see the P wave break on the daily chart bullish, it may range or it may reverse backwards continuously. So yeah, and for now, we never know which way it breaks. Simply its range. So yeah, you can also create this P wave in the daily chart and wait for the breakout to prepare for your next trades on this pair. The next one is Pound CAD. So Pound CAD, this one is also downtrend on the weekly time frame. Kumo Senko span A is down, and Kumo is getting thickness. It's getting thicker and thicker and longer. So this shows the market is stably downtrending in terms of Kumo shape. And Kijun Sen flat, but the price below the Tenkan Sen. That means this is bearish. And also it has been resisted by the weekly Tenkan Sen. So it may break support. It may break support this week or next week. And if you look at the daily chart, Kijun Sen down, Tenkan Sen down, Kumo Senko span A down. But for me, this is flat Kumo. So we want to wait until the Kumo is looking more bearish. Senko span A should break the previous Senko span A level, and Senko span B may be downtrending. And then prepare to sell is my analysis. Otherwise, the market continues to be range, or it may retrace back to Kumo. And once the market retrace up to Kumo, then weekly will break the Tenkan Sen, and the retracement may be continuous up to the weekly Kijun Sen. So yeah, my scenario is if the market breaks 1.5484, then I will sell. Otherwise, I will stay away this week. Alright, next one is Pound AUD. Pound AUD's range both on the weekly and the daily chart. And especially if you look at the daily chart, you see so many spikes on the wick. This is like the fishbone type of market, where you see so many wicks up and downwards. This is very tricky market. Meaning even if you take a buy or sell, the market may hit the stop loss and goes towards against your direction. So yeah, when I see this fishbone-like market, I will simply stay away. And the pound Swiss franc is down on the weekly and down on the daily. So I will continuously look for the sell chance. I was mentioning a couple of, I think it was last week or 2 weeks back, I was seeing the downtrend. That's why I put down arrow. And looks like last week it went down. And the Kumo's down, Kijun Sen down, Tenkan Sen down, Chikou span below candles on the weekly, and same is true on the daily chart. So yeah, I think this downtrend will be continuous. So now I put this down arrow right here because this is continuous. Yeah, I will continuously looking for the sell chance on pound Swiss franc. Okay, so now I will be moving on to the AUD pairs. So AUD USD. This one is down on the weekly and the daily, so I will continuously looking for the selling edge. The weekly is near the support. The previous support was here. There was a support back on the 15th of June 2020. On the week of the 15th of June 2020, there was a support. And the market is down to that support level, which was 0.6775. So the market may retrace. It may retrace, but Kumo down, Kijun Sen down. So I think this downtrend will be continuous both on the weekly and the daily chart. So usually Monday, we have a less volatile market. So Monday and Tuesday, it may range or retrace. And Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, I think the market started to break bearish and break support. But since this is still bearish to my eyes, I will continuously look for the sell chance. Okay, next one is the AUD CAD. This one is also down both on the weekly and the daily, but the Kumo is looking a bit too sharp. When you see this Kumo sharp and thin and pointing down on both weekly and daily, most probably the market retraces. If you remember the shape of the Kumo on the AUD USD, this one is okay. AUD USD Kumo is okay, although this is a bit too small on the weekly. I can still see that kind of a thickness on the Kumo and thickness on the Kumo on the daily also. But if you look at the AUD CAD, Kumo is more thinner than AUD USD, and the weekly Kumo is much more thinner than the AUD USD. So my expectation is, my scenario is Monday, Tuesday, the market will be inside bar. Monday, Tuesday, or up to Wednesday, it might be inside. And from Thursday and Friday, I think it starts to break support on the daily chart. So, yeah. So, but let's say on Monday, it breaks support and continuously goes down bearish. And still, you better stay away because Kumo remains thin on both weekly and daily. So Tuesday, Wednesday, it may reverse. So unless the market consolidate or retrace, I will stay away. So Kumo shape can tell you a lot of things about the markets. Whether it's overheating market or it's the right timing to trade, or the market may potentially retrace. So Kumo is really, really unique in that sense. Okay, so next one is the AUD JPY. AUD JPY has been flat both on the weekly and the daily chart. So basically, I'm staying away. But one thing I'm expecting is the breakout of the trend line. If it happens, then I think the market goes up continuously. But now it broke the support. Well, actually, it's on the support on the daily chart. So it may continue to range or it may continue to downtrend. So I would look for the selling edge if the market breaks the Kumo on the daily chart. Otherwise, I will simply wait until the market breaks the trend line bullish. Okay, next one is the AUD Swiss franc. AUD Swiss franc on the weekly is flat in terms of Ichimoku because Kumo flat, Kijun Sen flat, Chikou span touching. So it may reverse backwards anytime. And also, if you look at the daily time frame, Kumo is looking okay. It's a bit too small, but it's okay. So this downtrend may be continuous. It may go down to the support on the weekly, which was 0.6484, and then reverse. Yeah, this might be happening. So yeah, for now, we can still follow downtrend. But as soon as it retraces, you better exit quickly because once it reverses, it goes up to the daily Kijun Sen. Alright, next one is CAD-JPY. CAD-JPY is bullish on the weekly, bullish on the daily chart. So I'm expecting the market breaks bullish. And in terms of the daily time frame, there was a resistances here. So to be safer, you can wait for the resistance or the trend line breakout to buy. So I will put the up arrow above the trend line so that once it happens, I will prepare to buy. Okay, and next one is the CAD Swiss franc. This one is flat range in terms of weekly time frame, and daily is also flat. So at a glance, I will simply stay away. Yeah, the price is actually in between Kijun-sen and Kumo, and this means it's range. Yeah, but this is a bit bearish. In the daily time frame, if I zoom out, this is a bit bearish because this is reversed N wave. And the market looks to be resisted by the previous support and previous resistances. So from here, I think short-term bias is bearish. However, I will prefer to wait until the market breaks the support level of 0.7357 and prepare to sell. If this happens, then in the weekly, the market goes down to Kumo. So yeah, weekly Kumo will be the target if it breaks support. But unless it breaks it, I think I will stay away. Okay, so finally, the Swiss franc JPY. This one is bullish on the weekly and daily, so my view is bullish still. The price is all the way above Tenkan Kijun-sen on the weekly, so it shows nice and stable uptrend. And daily chart is also bullish because the price broke the Tenkan-sen, but Kumo Senko span A is up, Kijun-sen is still up, both from above candles, and Kumo is not too thin, but it's getting thicker and thicker, so this means that this is stably uptrend in the long term. So yeah, the market may retrace back to Kijun-sen or to the trend line. You can also draw a trend line like this way, and it may retrace to that level. But my view in the long term is still bullish this way. Okay, so that covered the pairs on my watch list. So now let me review gold. Gold was about to break the support. So let me check. XAU USD gold. So weekly chart shows that the market is near the support, near the Kumo. And daily chart shows the market was once supported by the support level, 1786.65. However, I can see that there are more sellers and buyers because Kumo shape, Tenkan span B down, A down, Kijun-sen, Tenkan-sen down, Chikou span below candles. So the market may break the support and continuously downtrend. However, the Chikou span for me is too close. So, and also there was a pin bar last Friday. So for sure, there are some strong support around this area. Strong support. So my scenario is if the market breaks support, I follow. Otherwise, I will stay away. Because if it breaks support, that means the market breaks weekly Kumo and downtrend will be continuous. But if it doesn't break support in Kumo on the weekly, then the market may range continuously with a high volatility like spikes. So yeah, better to wait for the break is my analysis. All right, and next one is WTI. WTI on the weekly shows continuously uptrend because Kumo is up, Kijun-sen is also up because of these higher lows for the last 26 candles. Kijun-sen and Senko span A remained bullish as Ichimoku nature, and I'm expecting the P wave breakout on the weekly and the daily chart. The daily chart P wave would look like this. And I am waiting for the P wave breakout. So yeah, for me, still this is bullish. Okay, so now let me cover index. We have lots of pairs, lots of markets to cover, so please bear with me. Come back your questions. So as for index, I focus on the weekly time frame because daily can be spiky and also lots of gaps in the daily chart. Alright, so here is the Nikkei 225, its complete range. Kumo flat, Kijun Sen flat. Chikou span below candles, but because Kumo flat, Kijun Sen flat, I think that this is range, and this is a P wave. P wave is a triangle range in Ichimoku. So you can see some nice trend line up on the supports, and also the trend line down on the resistances. Oops, sorry. Resistances down like this way. So there was a overshoot over here, but as a result, became a fake out and the market came back within the P wave. So yeah, better to wait for the P wave breakout and follow that direction if you want to trade. Okay, so next one is Dow Jones. Dow Jones on the weekly is still bearish because price is below the Tenkan-sen and Kijun-sen Kumo, Chikou span below candles. And market has been resisted by this descending trend line. So for me, this is still bearish. But like I mentioned last week, if the market breaks the trend line and the Tenkan-sen, then the market can retrace back to the weekly Kijun-sen. So if you're gonna buy, better wait for the trend line breakout. And next one is Nasdaq. Nasdaq is also the same as Dow Jones. Better to wait for the P wave, better to wait for the trend line breakout to be able to buy and retrace back to the weekly Kijun-sen. But right now, this is bearish. Right now, Kumo down, Kijun-sen down, price below the Tenkan-sen and the Chikou span below candle, so it's bearish. So for me, this is still biased. And next one is S&P 500. This one is also bearish. The same reason as Dow Jones, Nasdaq, it has been resisted by this descending trend line. So I think this downtrend will be continuous unless it breaks trend line. Okay, so next one is the Euro stocks. Euro stocks broke the P wave bearish 3 weeks back, and last week the kind of close became below the P wave. So for me, this is downtrend, and it's about to break the support 3379.5. Once the market breaks support, the market may go down continuously. So I think this is still downtrend. Okay, next one is FTSE 100. FTSE is also, this is range. So this is not downtrend, but this is range because Kumo flat, Kijun-sen flat. The price is exactly on the Kijun-sen, Chikou span too close to the previous candles. So this is flat. Yeah, but I put this down arrow because if the market breaks support 6966.08, then it may go down continuously, at least to the previous support of the tip of the wick here. So yeah, the downtrend may be persistent. But now it's range. We can't tell which way it's going this week, next week. So my best advice is to stay away. All right, and here's CAC France. CAC France is also bearish. This one is bearish because the price is below Tenkan-sen. And this is also descending P wave. The highs are lower and lower, but the lows are supported at the same level. So this is more of descending P wave. So the market may go up to the trend line, but I think downtrend may be still persistent. So CAC France looks to be bearish to me. The next one is German 40 DAX index. This one is also bearish, and it's about to break the support. So yeah, last week I mentioned that this was bearish, and yeah, looks like last week closed with the bearish candle. So for now, since this is getting close to support from the March, I would say if the market breaks the March support above 420.5, then it can go down continuously. So yeah, still this is not a good time to buy in my eyes. Okay, and next one is a Nifty chart. Nifty is also bearish. It broke the Kumo, and this is going down right now. So the potential target is going to be the previous support from the April 2021 on 1436.90. The market is also be resisted by this descending trend line. So for me, this is continuously bearish. If you can sell, I think that will be a great opportunity, but not to buy it for me. Okay, next one is AUD200. This one is also bearish simply because the price is below the Tenkan-sen. Last week was doji, so in this case, we better wait for the doji break for either direction to follow. So for now, this is range with a bearish market. I will simply put this down arrow below the doji. Okay, and finally, Hansen Index. Hansen is about to break the P wave. This is where you have to be patient because looks like the P wave has been broken bullish. However, if you closely look at this weekly candle, it was doji and long wick pointing upwards. So I can still see that there is some sellers and buyers in the market. So it may be resisted here and break the P wave bearish. So for me, still this is bearish unless the market breaks the resistance 22,537.57. So that's why I put up arrow above the resistance for buying confirmation. Okay, and then let me cover the BTC USD. I know there are lots of crypto traders here in my community. So if you look at the Bitcoin, this is bearish. And because simply Kumo is down, Kijun-sen down, Tenkan-sen down, and Chikou span below candles. So as I have been mentioning for the last couple of weeks, this is bearish, never to buy on Bitcoin. And also, if you look at the daily time frame, this is becoming bearish too, because now you see the Kumo gradually going down, Kijun-sen angle is pointing down, price below the Tenkan-sen and Chikou span below candles. So, and also in terms of the price actions, the market has been resisted by this descending trend line. So I think this downtrend is continuous. So if this were Forex, I would only look for the sell chance. I would never buy in this market. So it may break the support 17,511.33. It may break and intensity goes down to 9688.52, which was also the previous support all the way back in the September 2020. So yeah, this downtrend is still continuous, so never buy is my opinion. Okay, so that covered the whole markets for today's topic. So now let me remind the news for this week. So that will be between the 3rd until the 9th of July. So Monday on the 4th, we have no big news. And I'm sure it's an Independence Day in the US. So most likely the volatile will be very small. Volatility will be very small on Monday, July 4th. And Tuesday we have a rate statement in Australia, and also that's it. That's it on Tuesday, the July 5th. We have only news in Australia. And Wednesday 6th we have a couple of big news: retail sales in Euro and ISM services PMI in the US, and also FOMC minutes. And Thursday the 7th we have trade balance in Australia, and also ADP employment change in the US. And Friday July 8th we have this non-farm payrolls in the US, and also unemployment rate in Canada. And that's it. Yeah, so we have many big news on Euro and AUD and USD. So just watch out on these big news. Okay, so that covered the whole topics for today. So now let me check some of your comments until I end the live today. So for me, this week and next week, I will be in Japan. I will be flying back tonight and spend 2 weeks visiting some nice places in Tokyo area. So most probably I won't take any trades. I will screen charts every day at least once or twice, and if I'm comfortable, I still take trades. But if not, I prefer to focus to enjoy my days in Japan. So most likely I won't be actively trades. If I see the perfect setup and if I can focus on trade, I will. But we'll see. But for everyone, I think next week or this week or next week will be some active markets. So hopefully we can capture some nice flips this week also. Alright, so let me cover some of the comments now. But again, thank you for joining everyone. Great to see you. If you liked this so far, please press like button before you leave. That would be great. Okay, let's see. Anurdo says, sir, please, I have a question. If you took a buy and the trade either got stopped out or win, would you take another trade on the same pair if the criteria meets again? Yes, I do. Yes, I do. Yes. Yeah, but I would only do so when that pair is still the best among other pairs. If another pair is better over that pair, then I take the other one. But yeah, if the same one still looks the best, then I don't mind taking it again to trade. Okay, thanks for joining everybody. Once again, good to see you. Alright, Enrico says, hi Kay, is a 350k account the only trading account you use to generate income, or do you trade additional bigger accounts? Do we always rest the account to 350k every month? Yes, that's the only account I have, 350. Actually, in the account I have more, but I'm not only using 350 to trade. Yeah, sometimes I take like above 350k if I feel confident towards the next market directions. Sometimes I take more than 2% per risk per trade. So yeah, and that's most likely when I take more than 350k account to trade. Yeah, I've had a couple of trades with more than 2% risk per trade with 350k in the month of June, and that's the reason. Hey, Steven says, hi Kaysen, when you say after the break I look for the buy chance, how do you confirm the level is broken? How do I confirm M5 price structure has broken 1 or 4 hour daily recent high and low levels? What I mean by the breakout is the breakout on the daily or the 4 hour. So for example, let's say Bitcoin, when I say I wait for the break to look for the trading edge, that means I wait for the break on the daily close becomes below the support. Yeah, if daily looks to be better than the 4 hour, then I take the daily. Sorry, I have to share screen. Hold on. Yeah, so this is what I mean. So Bitcoin, if I say I look for the setting edge after the break, that means daily closes below the support and look for the sell chance. Look for the setting edge in M5. By following the same structure and rules, I check the daily down to M30, confirm the downtrend, and then get the setting confirmations in M5 and take sell. Yeah, so that's what I do. Okay, Steven continues, can I use M5 bar close above? No, you can't use M5 bar close. You better take the daily or the 4 hour close. Yeah, because M5 close breakout is a bit too still shallow. So better to take either daily or the 4 hour close. Become below support, above resistance. Okay, so let's see. All right, thank you for joining, everybody. Good to see you here. All right. So yeah, Prestige says, where is the good position to short Bitcoin now? Right now, this is not a good timing to sell because this is close to support. So better to wait for the support level breakout to sell. Kumo is looking flat too. So yeah, let me check the 4 hour. 4 hour Kijun Sen flat. So yeah, I think the first timing you can sell, you can look for the setting edge is at the break of 18640. 18640 level, breakout, and look for the entry confirmation. And expect the market break support. If it doesn't break support and retrace, then you can simply take profit. Or exit at the break even. All right, Hussein, thank you for the comment. Yes, I will be having some nice trip back in Japan. So yeah, I'm so excited. Yes. Anidur, you're welcome. Welcome here. Danish says, hey, wishing you a safe flight to Japan tonight and enjoyable stay in Japan. Thanks so much. I will enjoy Japan stay. So the schedule for my live streams in public and membership will be different next 2 weeks. And I have already took the video and that will be uploaded in few hours. So please check that video. And I explained how I will be managing the YouTube videos for next 2 weeks. All right. Yeah, Woos, thank you for joining. Jalash, thank you for joining. Welcome back here. Welcome back. Yes. Oh, he asked, since have you started sharing knowledge on stocks and using Ichimoku for swing trading? No, not yet, because the stock markets and index are going down right now. So yes, like last year and this new year, I was still saying that I will be diversifying my asset, not only in Forex, but also in stocks and index. But still, they are a bit bearish. So I don't feel positive to prepare to buy. But if US indexes are starting to go up, then I will look for some opportunities and take swing trades. But not now, not now. It's bearish on the weekly time frame. Okay. All right, Timmy says, after entry, you never add or scale in more. No, I don't. But if I set the break-even line, then I add more positions and compound the profits. But unless I put the break-even line, I will never do because I only risk 2% at maximum per trade. If I can't set the break-even line yet, that means you're risking 2% plus another 2%. That will be 4%. So it's risky for me. So I never want to take more than 2% in my whole account. Is my risk management. Okay. Yeah, Steven also, thank you for your comment. Pratish, you're welcome. And Wus, yes, I will be having a great trip. So again, thank you for everyone for checking this live stream today. So I guess I will be ending the live right now. So next time you see me, you see different background. I will be most likely the live stream from a hotel, but most likely it won't be at this time because this time is actually 11 to 12 p.m. Japan time. So it's in the midnight. So most likely I won't be able to do live in this time, but whenever I do, I will announce it first and then just do whenever I can. Otherwise, I will upload some videos on this YouTube channel, so at least you can learn something new in my YouTube channel. So please turn the notification on this on my account so that you receive notification, and whenever you are free, you are ready, you can just feel free to join my live streams from Japan. So again, thank you for joining everybody, and I always appreciate your support and participations on my YouTube channel. So I hope you have a great rest of your weekend, and I hope you capture some net pips this week and next week also. So again, thank you for joining, and until I see you next time, please stay healthy and stay safe and stay gold. Alright, bye for now everyone. Mata ne. Thanks so much.